Welcome to the MDM Rubicon team. We're happy to have you working with us. We provide the highest quality of residential services for persons unable to reach their maximum potential and to enjoy a happy, satisfying, and productive life. MDM Rubicon has multiple locations throughout the area. While each location you work at is unique, there are some universal things you need to know. We have created this day in the life video to walk you through your workday. Each home will have 4 individuals who live there and are provided services. We refer to them as service recipients, or with the abbreviation SR. Remember, this is their home. Each location will have its own staffing pattern for the direct support professional, or DSP. Staff may be present during the day, in the afternoon, or overnight. Overnight staff may be awake or sleeping. When you arrive for your shift, you will need to park in the location designated by your supervisor. This may be the driveway, garage, or you may need to park on the street. Outside of each home, there will be a designated smoking area with a smoking post. Please make sure DSPs and SRs are smoking only in this area. There is no smoking inside the home, including vape pens. If you arrive and no other DSPs are present, you will need to use the realty box. A realty box is a coded lock box located on the exterior door frame. In this box, you will find a key to the house and a key to the staff office. If you arrive and another staff member is on duty, they will open the door for you. If they don't already know you, they will ask your name, reason for being there, and for your ID. If you answer the door during your shift, please make sure you do the same to everyone you don't recognize. You want to get paid for your time, so the first thing you need to do is clock in for your shift at the terminal. You will use the PIN given to you by HR and hit the clock in. If another staff is finishing their shift, check in with them before they leave. They will give you the keys, relay shift information, and complete a count of Schedule II medications if there are any on site. The office will be your go-to for anything administrative that you need for your job. You can keep your personal belongings in the office or in your vehicle, but do not leave them unsecured in common areas. In the office, you will also find emergency and helpful contact numbers, policies, and employment law. If you have any questions, please contact HR. You must have the staff keys on your person at all times. Do not set them down and never give them to an SR for any reason. The keys may include office, med, house, and a spare key for the SR's bedrooms. We will talk more about these areas and how and when to open them as we go through the house. You will need to know TheraP, the electronic documentation system used for record keeping. This is your go-to for information about the SRs. Each shift, you will need to read the last shift logs, check medication due for administration, and read any incident reports. You will also need to input the same for your shift. You will receive more detailed training on these documentation requirements. The College of Direct Supports is the electronic training platform for employees. You likely used it during new hire orientation. You can use a helpful link in TheraP to get there. Other things you will find in the office include printer, scanner, staff communication book, and the staff schedule. Once you are cleared by HR, you will be responsible for passing medications. Medications are located in staff-only areas. They may be locked in a filing cabinet or in a box with a padlock. The key will be part of your staff keys. It is very important to know med times. If a medication does not have a specific time, it will be given in the AM, 7:30 to 8:30, AFT, 4 p.m. or whenever they arrive home, or HS, hour of sleep, 8 to 9 p.m. It is important that you only pass one medication and to one SR at a time. Never leave meds unattended. Meds will be charted in TheraP each shift. Though not common, if there are any Schedule II medications on site, they will need to be counted each shift. Common areas in the home may include living room, dining room, kitchen, and a lower level rec area. It is the SR's home. SR rights include positive support, dignity and respect, privacy in their room, right to visitors, private phone calls, and mail. unless otherwise specified in their care plan. We are providing them service in their home. As each home has 4 SRs, we will guide them to create house courtesies, a list of preferences and do's and don'ts developed by the SRs for being good roommates. These might include anything you need to cohabitate, such as chores, visitor notification, and noise levels at different times. These will be posted for the SRs and in the staff communication book. Licensing rules and regulation require the site to be clean and in good repair. SRs are encouraged to participate in the care of their home, but it is ultimately the staff's responsibility. You can help the SR complete a task or may need to do it yourself. There is a cleaning list, and you will need to ensure that it gets done and sign off that it has been completed. There will also be staff delegations, tasks assigned to a specific person, such as creating a grocery list or ordering medication that you will be responsible for. Meal times are usually 7:30 a.m., noon, and 5:30 p.m. A menu will be posted on or near the refrigerator as required. It is best to follow the menu and encourage the SRs to follow as well. Document any changes on the menu itself. Any open container or leftover food needs to be dated and thrown out when spoiled. You will also need to monitor the refrigerator and freezer to make sure that they are kept at a food-safe temperature. Fridge 32 to 39, and the freezer below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Sharps, such as knives, will be located in a sharps box. The key will be a part of your staff keys. After each use, these sharps must be washed, dried, and returned to the sharps box and locked. Do not leave them in the sink, dishwasher, or drawer. You will be responsible if an SR misuses them in any way. If it is okayed with their plan and vulnerabilities, SRs may use sharps while supervised. Mealtimes are a great time to get to know your SRs, just like a family dinner. We promote social development and community by hosting activities such as taco nights with other sites, SRs, and staff. Each SR has their own bedroom. This is their personal space, and they have a right to privacy and a guest within the limits of the house courtesies. You will need to knock and announce yourself before you enter. The exception to this is if you believe the SR is unsafe or in an emergency. Then you will use your spare key to enter and address the situation. Each SR signs a residency agreement. Licensing and regulation requires us to keep an expectation of cleanliness. If an SR is not keeping their bedroom clean, you would need to intervene. You would first warn them and then come in and clean it for them. You also need to be sure that the walkways to the egress are clear at all times in case of fire. Your location will have a required bin. The information includes maltreatment policies, Program Abuse Prevention Plan, or PAPP, and overall vulnerabilities of the individuals and environment. It will also have a plan to address emergencies and what will need to be done if an SR needs to be relocated. In case of an emergency, there is a fire escape plan on each level of the home. This will also show you the locations of the first aid kits, flashlights, radios, and shelters. It is good to get familiar with this plan before you need it. Each SR has their own programming plan, which you need to read in TheraP and acknowledge. You are responsible for executing their plan. These are always individualized to the goals and needs of the SR. An example of a goal may be to cook dinner once a week. You would provide the tools and guidance to accomplish this goal. It is very important that you know your SR's strengths and weaknesses so you can execute their plan. You will also be taking the SRs on activities, community outings, and medical appointments and shopping. You will provide transport in your personal vehicle or a vehicle provided for the site. Make sure to protect your personal vehicle from damage by using the site's car kit if the SRs have incontinence issues. Also, make sure to assist them in entering and exiting the car. This helps prevent door dings or other damage. With all you have to do, it should go without saying that you should be working on work tasks while at work. Please refrain from watching TV, playing on your phone, or running personal errands during work hours. If caught doing this, you will get supervisory feedback. Now that you're a part of the MDM Rubicon team, you are providing new opportunities and choices to our SRs. This can be rewarding, but it can also be challenging. Though they may look like everyone else, you cannot hold them to the same standards. If you could, they wouldn't need the support. Some days you will be dealing with challenging issues and behaviors. Don't take it personal. Don't hold it against them. Teach them a better choice and work on the coping skills in their plan. It is easier to work with the SRs once you have built a rapport. Catch them doing something good. Focus on success, even the small ones. Remember that you're not alone. If you're struggling or need support, additional training and assistance, contact your supervisor or HR. We are here to support you.